And on that thought of Jesus being a nomad, what did he say? He said, "Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar," right? What was on the money back in the day of Caesar? It was Caesar's image. Who owns the money system now? If you watch, is it Russell Brand, that actor? Now he's got his YouTube channel. He brings up he says some stuff that's going to start controlling the money over the world. Whatever they end up doing, it's going to be brought to wait, let me hope the visual better. Now it gives me a shiny head. Huh? Nice and shiny, huh? Took my monthly shower. Just kidding. Um, but Jesus said, "Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar." The money system is a world system. God, I just cut that cantaloupe open, right? Got to be a billion seeds in that thing for cantaloupe. And yeah, I'll get rid of that. I don't like the shine from the windows. It's sunny out right now. It's morning time, but you know, I thought about it today because they're gonna control the money. They're gonna put expiration dates on your money. Like, let's say you get paid $1,000, they're gonna give you 30, 60, 90 days to use that money. Otherwise, it expires out of your account. China's already testing it. Russell, I believe, brought no, it's the other girl, Sorellis. There's some girl. I'll have to look her up. She's got some good information too. But it's all coming down to this, okay? The rapture's imminent. And I'm a believer of the rapture. You do what you want with. This is your walk. This is my walk. You do what you want. I'm just giving you my 2 cents on it. Um, the rapture's imminent, and you can see time is speeding up fast. These guys are getting control. I mean, Bill Gates is planning. The Who and these other clowns are starting to they're gonna put this. Watch. I'll find the videos. I'll have to list. I'll have to put them in the old school way on here. But they bring out a good point. Yeah, it's fear mongering and all that, but is it? It's a matter of time of when they actually do this stuff. They're not letting go of the power that was given to them for the 2020 sit down session. I mean, the whole world sat down. They were like, "Oh my God!" Everybody sat down out of a fear of whether or not it's real. It doesn't matter. I'm not even in that. I do what you want. You believe it. You believe it. You don't. You don't. I don't care. Okay. Sorry, that's an actual real cough. I'm not making fun of anything. Um, do what you want with it. The bottom line is the system is going to control everything because that's what the Antichrist is going to do. He's going to control everything. So, when it talks about those 10 nations coming to power, they were saying, a couple of preachers I was listening to before 2020 said, we may not feel the brute force of that Antichrist controlling everything, but we're gonna. The 10 nations need 10 kings and queens to run those nations. You don't think Bizu, not Bizu, I get picking on him, the Amazon guy, he's going to control the money, the product side of the nation. You're going to have Musk controlling the electric part of the nation. You're going to have the healthcare system controlling the healthcare part of the world. You know what I mean? So are the 10 nations necessarily pieces of land? I say no, because the whole planet's going to be involved in it. What's a movie? The Left Behind series, right? Whether you watch the Nicolas Cage ones or the kid from I love the kid. I can't think of his name right now. Cameron, something Cameron or Cameron something. Um, they're showing 10 different areas. It ain't going to be physical areas. Because I was actually saying during the 2020 sit down session, I wouldn't be one bit surprised if we don't create the Antichrist ourselves. Because the Antichrist is going to appear all of a sudden. Well, it makes you think we're not going to create an AI robot that ain't going to go out of control. Now, wacky conversation. I know I'm not trying to rewrite the Bible. I'm kind of being a little bit facetious in my conversation. But we are dumber than we realize. We are so dumb we think we're smart. And I am cooking out of this thing right now. I shut my split unit off. Whew. The temperature's up. It's just I'm a little bit chilly. I want to keep the temperature at least at 70 in here, so when it cools off tonight, it can keep up without a problem. But anybody using a split unit, they're not the cat's meow. They're not bad. They do okay, but you're gonna have to have a pretty good solar system, or you have to have a good plug-in. But when it gets down, like we had a wind chill yesterday morning, it was 20 degrees out, and it was saying a wind chill of 3 degrees. That thing was in defrost constantly. I mean, every 10 minutes it was in defrost. It was just pulling the heat right out of that outside unit. So they're not everything that the salesmen are trying to tell you. I got a cousin putting them in. He's gonna start a business, putting all the split units in, and they're not all that. Okay, sorry. Reality is, stop protecting your own back pocket and tell the truth, people. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. If you believe God's going to provide, then He's going to provide. Okay? When you go in the wrong, then you're going to be in the wrong, and you're going to suffer for it. This is why the world's in the state it's in right now. We're suffering because we let these big guys get big. We're all lazy. We all want everything for free. We want our 15 cars, our 30 houses, and all the windows to put them in them, and all the stuff. At the end of the day, who owns it all? The governments of the country you live in own everything you have. They're letting you have it so long as you continue to dance, baby. Dance. Keep going to work. Keep going to make that money. Keep taxing you. I keep going to make all that process so they don't have to do it themselves. You're a puppet. The government's not the puppet. You're the puppet. They're letting you call them a puppet because they know you're the puppet. They're in charge. You're not. Okay? So, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give them all the money. You got to find a way around this money system. You can go back to bartering. They can't tax bartering because there'll always be somebody that's in the money system. So, my sister, for instance, I'm over here. If her husband doesn't want to cut the lawn anymore, I can cut the lawn once a week for a tank of gas in my van. You know what I mean? Or come in once a month and do it. She can give me a tank of gas once a month or whatever. Whatever the value is, the job will have a value on it, and I'll just get the gas. I'm paying taxes because there's tax on gas, so it's not like I'm evading the system. I'm paying tax. I buy food, right? I go. She's got a tree out back. This sucker's gotta be. It's gotta be 3 foot round. That sucker's bigger. The more I went up to look at it today, I got a 20-inch bar. I think it's only halfway through that thing. I'll be able to do it, but it's gonna be wow. It's gonna be a lot of gas on that. But maybe for the trade-off, she can buy me a couple of weeks worth of food. Like I said, I eat potato. I'm a heavy potato eater. Along with other stuff, but it's gonna have to be. I gotta find a way to store food that is not time sensitive. Even if it means I'm gonna have to maybe buy beef jerky instead. Yeah, it's heavily salted, but it'll store. So you put it in a pan, and I guess reconstitute it, if you will, to get some of the salt off of it, so you can eat a little bit better. But there's all kinds of ways around this right now. But I don't have to worry too much about it because I got a plan. I'll be here for 30 more years, but I also got to realize that it's imminent. My end on this side is imminent. You know what I mean? Any time now, the rapture can happen. These guys, boy, I really think, and boy, this has been in my spirit big time lately, that the way Russia and Ukraine's going, and that this government in our country provoked Russia by telling Ukraine we'll go and protect you whether you want to help or not. We'll force ourselves on you. That forced Russia to make a move to Ukraine. And I'm not anti-American. Don't even think of using that comment. I am 100% for this Constitution. I would just like us to re-invoke it again. That would be great. Let's re-invoke the Constitution, put all these current clowns in jail, and let's get on with it. Shut down all these big companies, start monopolizing everything, and let's get going with this economy. Otherwise, this is going right to the shithole it belongs in. Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna say it how it is, and it doesn't matter. But the whole this whole thing is like, wow. I'm watching history, or the ending of this current world system before my very eyes, and I am like, wow. I am amazed at what we're allowing each other, like Canada with all their protests and all that. You know what shut the people down? They stopped. They locked up their money. Now these guys all worked for that money that's sitting in those bank accounts. Canada's government shut down their bank accounts so they can't get access to their money. So who owns the money? Not you and I. That's not our money. That's the trick of this whole thing. You ain't got nothing unless you can grow it yourself. You can't even be on the property anymore because nobody. As I tell my sister, she drives her up a wall. She doesn't own this property. She has to pay tax on it every year, town tax or whatever. You don't own this property. You know, there's one guy that was able to keep his property in the 2008 crash because the bank couldn't prove where they got the funding from. So he was able to keep his property, was able to prove that. But now there's no way, there's not a single judge that'll side with you on that right now. They're so liberal. They're so about this one world order system. They don't care about individual constitutions anymore. It's all about the fiat system. This whole thing is built lawyers, judges, cops, FBI, ATF, governments, town sweepers, town plow trucks, town road maintenance guys, all part of the fiat system to make sure you can come and go to work as needed. So don't think for a second that you own anything. You own nothing. You have owned nothing, and you have been loving it. The problem with the Trump administration coming in is that the veil was taken off of that. We finally found the edge of the property, and we found out that we're locked in. We're locked in here. So you better enjoy it and buckle up because it's going to get interesting. But, yeah, I mean, what can you do? Like I said, the only thing you can do, basically, you need shelter and food. So figure out what your simple food system's going to be. Never mind all this prepping and canning and this tool, that weapon, whatever. None of that shit matters. You need basic shelter and basic food. I can grab a tent, go out in the woods over here, and I got to fend off a couple of coyotes and a couple of bears or whatever. There's a bear in my sister's backyard. She has one picture of it, but who's to say it's not going to come back? You know. But it's it's all relevant. I mean, I guess I'm a doomer and gloomer, but I'm really not. I'm just relaxing. I'm finally taking the time to relax and enjoy the day. They may not think I am because I'm sitting in my trailer. It's a little bit breezy. I don't want to be outside today. I was just outside sitting on the dock with her on the pond. But it's starting to get cool. It's starting to cool off real quick out there. But you know, I don't know. It's just we got to think. If you're a follower of Jesus Christ, if you're considering it, just simplify your life and realize what's going on. You're not going to fight against these guys. They have been given the green light to go forward. The end is coming near. I mean, it's almost over. One preacher said a couple of years ago, we're like 15 years away from 2,000 years. Jesus said he's coming back before 2,000 years. So, you know, there's reasons to say that it could be a couple of years only. I mean, it could happen tonight. It could happen right now. It could happen in the next half an hour. Oh, back to my thought about Russia, Ukraine. I wouldn't be one bit surprised that at the same time as the rapture happens, they detonate a nuclear bomb or two at the same time to make sure that they say that a whole bunch of stuff happened, a whole bunch of people got vaporized. Why not? Or they could not actually light one and just say it happened. Oh, over here is such a, well, what happened? You know, let's say something happened in Ukraine. Okay, nuclear bomb goes off in Ukraine. That doesn't mean the whole world. I mean, there's people in the United States that believe in the Lord and will be raptured. You know, how they're going to tie down it. But people will be dumb real fast. I mean, people definitely have a cow factor to their thinking. Just go with the crowd, you know. I am not a crowd follower. Matter of fact, I kind of get, when I see a big enough crowd going in a direction, I get kind of like, nah, probably not. I'm not going that way anymore because there's too many people going that way. You know, it's like, it's a fad, you know. Like the nomadic lifestyle, I don't think it's a fad. It's gonna be a reality more than you realize because nomadic means you let go. Nomadic means you're letting go of stuff. But when everything goes to, you know, the poop hits the fan, so they're saying that whole shit hits the fan comment that preppers are using. You're not gonna have a choice but to have nothing. So you better get used to it now. And what do you need all that stuff for, anyways? I said I got a trailer full of crap. I gotta sell. I mean, it's like people aren't buying stuff fast enough right now. It's like, come on, people. It's like, just put the stuff up. I sold a couple tables yesterday. I got a guy after my generators right now. One guy said I'll never sell them. It's like, whatever, dude. I don't have to sell them. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about it at all. Maybe I'll pay off the truck. I'll have to ask him that. Pay off some of the truck payment with a generator. That might work. I have to start doing some bartering of my own with some of this stuff. I'll have to ask him that, my mechanic, if he has an interest in the generator. But you know, because to me, whether I get the money I want for the generator or I trade them that value for the work on the truck, it doesn't matter to me. Um, it'll be taken care of. You know, the only loser in that is the resale of the item that the government's going to re-tax me on because they're a bunch of scumbags. They already got paid for that generator. They're already getting paid for the work on the truck on top of me buying the truck. What do they need more for? They don't know what to do with what they have, you know. But anyways, back to this whole thing with the Jesus, the preacher thing and all that. But it's like it's gonna be interesting. It's getting very fascinating now already. Like I said, these guys are already talking about they're controlling everything you do because they have been. They have been controlling it. They gave you the right to be free from these controls. Well, now they're taking that right back. That's all. Listen, you live in a country. Pick your country. Doesn't matter. They're all communist. Okay, even the United States is communist now because the government gives you the right to do such and so or the right not to do such and so. They have the ultimate say. And when they change their mind, they can change their mind on a dime. We've seen it 100 times over. Okay, somebody gets put in jail for going to buy gas one day. Why? Oh, well, you bought gas for that gas guzzling car, and we said don't drive that car no more. It's gonna get that stupid, you know. But best of luck to all that. But you know, just the simplicity of the gospel is that Jesus Christ came here as a way to get us out of here. We should realize this more in this time frame than in any other time in the history of the world. Okay, he came to get us out of the situation we put ourselves in. This situation, we allow. Yet, you know, why didn't allow Amazon to be? Yeah, you never bought nothing from Amazon. I can tell you right now, everybody bought something from Amazon at this point. Very few haven't. And if you didn't buy it from Amazon, you bought it from Etsy. You bought it from what's the other one there? Oh boy, it's bigger than Etsy. Why am I remembering Etsy? Oh boy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You know, Facebook. All of those, any online social media thing you bought from, you're part of the problem because you didn't go to a local store to do it. And even if you went to Walmart, even the big box stores, the ones you got to pay every month, BJ's and they're all big corporate owned stores. Gas station. You bought it from Shell, Sunoco, up here's Cumberland Farms, which is a Venezuela company, Gulf. So I mean, they're all big corporations at this point. Everything we buy is from a big conglomerate that has us under their thumb. They can charge astronomical prices in gas, and what are you gonna do? Not drive? Okay. They're gonna take our cars away. They don't have to take our cars away. They just bring the gas up to $10 a gallon. They did it with the cigarettes, but that was the test. That was the test on if you were okay with them raising the price on somebody else without them having any say in it. You, non-smoker, said, yeah, nail him to the wall. Yeah, charge him an extra $5 for that shit. Okay? I was, again, watching Fun with Dick and Jane again today. Along with Enron, all those other companies, there was, I think it was called Health West or West Health, that went belly up. So there's medical companies in 2008 that crashed as well. So, dude, there's some stuff going on. This is why everything's being taken over by the governments right now. Everything. And what's not in name in government is already in government. We are 100% owned. 100% owned. You are a slave The difference between the slaves of way back when is they had to house and feed them. Now you have to house and feed yourself. That's the only difference. They're gonna give you a little smidgen of a paycheck, enough to go feed yourself and house yourself and your family. But that's it. This is a one world order, not the one world order. It is the startup of a one world order, and they're going well into the Antichrist is gonna be able to walk right in, say you're done. I'm taking over. You want to fight me? I'll zap you out of here in an instant. I mean, it's gonna be. I don't even think there'll be 2 years after the rapture when he comes into play. I think he's gonna come into play the very next day. That's what I think. Well, the movie Tribulation does do it. It does say like 30 or 40 years had gone by, but the Bible doesn't mention. I don't think the Bible mentions time going by before all that happens. So I think it's gonna start working seamlessly from the rapture until the tribulation. At the end of the tribulation might only be a total of 10 years, because at that point, what's it matter? Why would God prolong? Does a rapture? They say it could be 30, 40 years, and it could be. I'm not trying to say it is or isn't. It's just another thought. Why would God after the rapture prolong it for another 30, 40 years? It's already well on its way. We're doing more for the Antichrist right now as a human race than we're doing for God right now. Like I said, we are the weakest church in the history. We love our fiat system. We love our 501c3 protection. We love all of that shit. And we just want, keep the money rolling in. Oh, we're doing great. We need however millions per month or whatever they need. So we can help, and they're not. They're helping themselves first, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just say it. Just say, hey, because I remember watching. I was very tied in with a particular church for a while, and the wife mentioned they were remodeling their house. Well, they have multi-million-dollar house. They're crying. They need funding. This and the other thing. But yet they have. When I'm broke, I'm broke. I have no money. These people, when they're broke, they still have millions of dollars coming in, but they're broke. I'm like, shit. When I'm broke, I can't eat. So it's like I don't get it. That's why I'm like, any donation I do now, I'm gonna go find somebody homeless, and I'm gonna buy them food, and I'm gonna talk to them about the Lord. That's what I'm gonna do. It's all our jobs. It's an individual job. If you were called to God to accept His Son, Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, and we're all called, not many accept. Okay? If you're called to that and you accepted that, then your job becomes that. Just telling others. That's it. Witness. Tell others what's going on. I'm not a big fan of giving money. If they got an electric bill they need paid or something or whatever. I mean, I'm big on food. I think that's the only thing that really matters. I mean, food and shelter is the only thing, and shelter can be a tent, And I'm not saying that's on my nose. A shadow. But I don't know. It's just you gotta simplify your thinking on this. It's not everything doesn't have to be go big or go home. I mean, one starfish in the ocean makes a world of difference to that starfish. I mean, come on. One human. You helped one person. We were down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. One time we were driving it was out of a Lowe's parking lot, and there was a family, a husband, a wife, and 22-year-old kid with them. Must have been their son or something. And they just said they just lost their job. They don't know how they're gonna get. They're there for days. We drove by them like 2 days in a row. Me and my now late wife, said, pull over, see what's going on with these guys, And they said, we're kind of stuck here. We don't know what to do. But they got a place they can sleep and all that, so they're comfortable. I said, you guys hungry? You guys want some food? I said, I can only do the fast food. So which would be your preference? And we named off Burger King, Popeyes, or I think Cane's. I think were right nearby. They're like, whatever you want. I said, no, just tell me what do you want? So they all picked Burger King. So I said, okay, we'll get you each a meal. And so we got them each a meal. And I think we each got them each an extra burger on the side, So we dropped $40 worth of food. We dropped off to them and drinks and all that, And we talked to them about the Lord. And there's nothing I can do for them that the Lord can't do for them, They are aware of the Lord. I said, just hang on tight to Him. He'll get you through it. But just know that there's gonna be a lot more people living under bridges pretty soon than we realize, you know. And it ain't bad now, but trust me, I don't know what the stock market, okay? Oh, the stock market was in green today and made $1.08. Woo! You go back 30 days, they're still in the hole $2,000. You go back a year, they're down 11 months. We just erased 2021 in that stock market. But people are playing the ups and downs, so they don't see the big picture. They're playing the ups and downs. They're not looking at the big picture. Okay? They're tanking that stock market, and we're all just sitting there thinking everything's great, you know? But, yeah, anyways, I could just go on, but it's just, Jesus is the answer to get us out of here. That's it. And if He's not real, guess what? I'm stuck here with the rest of you, okay? I'm going to go through whatever this system's going to be. It'll be just like the last 6,000 years of the human creation. Just say there's no God, there's no Jesus. Okay? These buttholes are still going to be in charge. Whether He's here or not, whether He's real or not, these guys are still going to be in control. So we're going to go into another dark ages of some sort where they're just going to do whatever they want with us, you know? So, whatever. I'm going to go with Jesus. You know why? I like the idea. If nothing more than that. I like the idea of it. And I just happen to believe it fully. And that's what I'm sticking with. And I'm not expecting to have all rose petal days. Oh, every day's going to be glamorous and beautiful. I'm going to have all the money I want in the world. No, I'm going to suffer through this. And I got no problem with that. It's up to Him whether He's going to provide for me that day or not. And He provides. I mean, He's providing. Not what I was expecting. But then I'm like, well, what am I expecting? According to who says that what I have or don't have is efficient? You know what I mean? I'm alive. I'm fat. I'm not fat. I'm just, I get a few extra pounds than I need. I weigh 205. I should be like 190, I think. So I mean, I'm not that bad, but it's like I'm not starving by any stretch of imagination. You saw that dessert. If you looked at the video, go back. I promise they're not long videos, but unbelievable. And I had it. I just had it another one yesterday, and the syrup was able to gel up a little bit. Oh my God, unbelievable! I had that. I had a coffee right behind it. Then I came in my trailer and I took a 2-hour nap. It was a great dessert. Cherry ice cream with cherries on top. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But anyways, on that note, I'm going to let you go. Another short video made long because I'm French. All right, love yous. Bye.